This is Face of Sports, WESN Content Capital. How you felt about the kiss on the lip?
That's the business. I'm nothing to do with that.
I find that was distasteful.
The national senior team, whether you like it or not, that is the model for all other teams to follow.
I'm assuming that the regional requirement may be a much stricter requirement.
This is not about Pro League and Super League. This is a league run by the Normalization Committee that I'm responsible for.
Nobody expected FIFA to fund this arrangement.
If we don't get a professional attitude towards this, we are doomed for failure.
You break the balance, trip the leg, control the body.
They ain't gonna stand put forever.
Why you want the Chiefs to lose so? Why you want the Chiefs to lose so?
They already have two. Lamar don't
Why?
have.
You're jealous because you know the Chiefs getting closer to the Patriots. Let's go to the last part.
No,
of this game.
not no.
Let's go to the last part.
WESN.
Good morning and welcome to AM Prime on WESN. I am Takia Thompson and today is Motivational Monday. Now, Mondays can be challenges, but they also offer a fresh start, new opportunities, and, it looks a bit different. Sometimes making decisions can be difficult, but being ready isn't a feeling, it's a decision. Today's Morning Boost segment is a short film named The Power of a Choice by Anna Engelschall, capturing this message. Take a look at it.
Excuse me, you can't park there. At its core, the message is simple but powerful. It really just shows that our lives are a reflection of the decisions that we make. So choosing wisely can lead to growth, purpose, and even positive change. Now, we take a look at what's in store for you in our What's Happening segment.
International Dance Day is celebrated annually on April 29th to promote the art of form across all borders and cultures. In commemoration of this, the Professional and Amateur Dance Association of Trinidad and Tobago is hosting a free dance workshop, inviting all to participate in waltz, folk dance, line dancing, and more. The association's Vice President, Mr. Luis Charles, joins us this morning to discuss further on it. Good morning, Mr. Charles.
Hi, good morning, Ms. Thompson. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for joining us to, share on this. So,
thank you for inviting us, and good morning to you and the wider community.
Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about professional and amateur dancing and the association?
This association was formed back in 2005. It was formed basically when we had two persons who were professionally qualified, Joyce Fernandez and Kenneth Wilson. And they basically started the program going. They had qualified as the first qualified persons in TNT, and they were doing dance exams. So as more persons got on board, the need to form the organization was gleaned, and the association was formed back then. Basically, what the association does, we basically try to champion the cause of ballroom and Latin dancing in TNT. So the objective basically is to enhance the ballroom and Latin dance fraternity in the Trinidad and Tobago by organizing amateur dance awards. We have done over 10,000 to date. We organize workshops in dance techniques and competitive dancing for the membership. We have members doing professional qualifications. We have continuous development programs, and also we do judging competition. Yeah. Our vision basically is to be the preferred provider for outstanding dance education and lead activities to all stakeholders in TNT. The mission statement is basically a facility of dedicated ITA and other professional dance organization capable of teaching and coaching amateur members and competitive dancing into experience the whole art of ballroom dancing and Latin dancing to the best of their ability, whereby ensuring captive audience and dancing performances at shows and competition. We aim for high achievement for all, excellence in teaching and performing, and collaboration, respect among the dance fraternity. Yeah. So basically, that's what product is in a nutshell.
Thank you for sharing that. And now we know International Dance Day is on the 29th of April, and we heard that there's a workshop happening. Can you give us more information on this? And on that day in particular, what has the association, or what is the association planning to commemorate on this day?
Well, to commemorate the Dance Month, what was organized was two free dance workshops. Yeah. One was held just last Saturday on the 18th in Tobago. Tobago had the on the 18th at Senior Secondary School. And also we're going to have one in Trinidad on the 25th at the remote tennis facility. So basically we have different genre of dance that would be demonstrated. At Tobago we had a workshop in Kisumba. Yeah. We had one on the East Coast Swing, and the other session on online dancing. That was done by our tutors in Tobago. In Trinidad, we have different, one second. The dances that we've done would be the sequence dance. We're gonna have waltz, club cha-cha-cha, folk dance, and jive. And like I said, that'll be on Saturday, the 25th of April. Yeah. So we had at the Arima Tennis Court from 4 to 9 p.m. So that's how we commemorate the Dance Month of 2026.
Nice. And you mentioned that one passed on the 18th in Tobago. Can you just tell us how that went, and what did the participants take away from the experience?
That went quite well. We had over 80 persons present. They were introduced to the, as I said, the East Coast Swing, That was done by one of our facilitators, Ms. Natasha Otis, a qualified instructor. We had also Kisumba, that was done by Mr. Pete Johnson, and the line dancing was done by Mr. Bernard Sandy. I think the participants, everybody was there from start to finish. Nobody left the hall, actually. And they were very encouraged. And basically, some persons learned new steps. Some basically would have refined what they knew from before.
Yeah. And it is in the name, but is the workshop open to beginners or persons who don't necessarily know how to dance, or, you know, they like to think they maybe have 2 left feet, but they're willing and they're passionate about it? What can you say for persons like that to be a part of this experience on the one for the 23rd in Trinidad here?
25th, actually. It's open to everybody. It's open to everybody. Whether you really could dance, whether you're a professional, yes or no, everybody have a chance to learn something.
Yeah.
And I could tell you the facilitators, they basically break it down step by step, so everybody have a chance to follow.
Yeah.
And even within the grouping, the persons who are experienced will help those who are now learning or now trying to get their 2 feet straight out for the first time. So it's open to everybody.
Yes.
You don't have to be in a dance class, you don't have to be dancing, you come and enjoy yourself.
Nice. And what would you say is the type of classes or the type of dance students the association attracts? Is it that persons take these classes simply as a hobby, or is there a bigger picture or something bigger with it?
Well, there's a mix, you know. Persons, dancing started as a big social event in TNT.
Right.
Basically, you're going to dance, then persons would go to these various clubs and basically show up for stuff. It evolved beyond that. Right now, we have persons doing what you call a medal test. It's basically a test based on your ability. So you could start from social awards, go right up to gold, and go beyond that in your dance field, both in ballroom Latin club. We even have sequence dancing. They even have line dancing now. There's also cheerleading that they have in these exams. So persons, they have that you could get to. We also have persons who wish to compete. So we have been holding competition, at least in Tobago. We'll talk about it a bit later. We had dance for the past 12 years. This year, our 13th year.
Yeah.
And even at the national level, Pilot has been hosting a competition, the medal test competition, or medalist competition.
Yes.
So persons could also, there's a mix. Persons could do it for their fun, enjoyment. They could do it for the wish to just increase the capacity and win medal tests.
Yeah.
Or I could call it dance awards now. And they could also do it competitively. So right now it's called dance sports.
Sports.
Okay, so that's a big thing right now.
Wow. And if someone who's looking on and they want to be a part of this, how can they get involved or, you know, reach out to the association to be a part or to be a participant of it?
Okay, they could reach out to the association via the members of the association. It's made up of dance teachers who basically have the different classes around.
Yeah.
You could contact, you could check us on Facebook. That would have a list of the different schools and tutors, and the contact information is there for anybody to follow.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely. And what are some other events you guys have coming up? I believe you touched on it a bit, and, you know, just to elaborate more on it so that, you know, we can know what's to be expected.
Okay, so coming up in May, we have the Dance Teachers Conference. That's going to be on May the 3rd from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And basically, it's there's going to be various presentation. It's aimed to basically empower or for continuous development of our dance teachers. And you don't have to be a member of PADAT to be a part of it. Some of the stuff that we're looking at is marketing, visibility, physical health and wellness, preparing the body. There'll be dance sessions where persons will get up and dance and go a couple steps. And there'll be what you call dance conversation.
Yeah.
Where that session is an important session where they look at different aspects of the dancing in terms of ethics, your craft, mannerism on the dance floor, how you treat the students as you go forward in dance. Yeah. So that'll be held on, like I said, on May the 3rd. The cost is only $450 per person, if you are not a member of product, and product members, they pay $375. It's going to be held at the El Dorado Community Center, College Road, El Dorado. Breakfast and lunch will be provided. So it's a full day of events, so come out and enable yourself, have fun, and also learn something.
Definitely. And what's your message to viewers this morning in terms of why should they come out and, you know, be a part of this experience? And why is it that these other types of dance are important in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, dance is a social activity.
Yeah.
Right? I think the first thing that you got a chance to socialize. Also, you get a chance to learn something new.
Yeah.
Okay. You get a chance to meet people. You also get a chance as a professional to develop yourself moving forward. So that is very important, I think. And also it's good exercise. Some persons come to dance class and basically when they finish a session, they feel very well. They dance and they sweat. So it's exercise in a pure sense of the form. And it's for both the young and the old. So no matter your age, you could always join a dance class and be part of dancing. I just want to touch on two other activities coming up in terms of competition. In Tobago, we're going to have our 13th edition of our dance sport. It's going to be team this year, a journey through the decades. It's going to be held on Saturday, the 18th of July. It's going to be at the Shore Park Complex. We have various age groups from the juvenile right up to adults, and you have various dances that will be done from ballroom, waltz, foxtrot, Viennese waltz. So you have a category for every person. Every person have their own thing that they could do at that day.
Nice.
All right, so that's Saturday, the 18th of July, 2026 at the Shore Park Complex.
Yeah.
Following that competition is a prelude to the bigger competition, which is the Caribbean Dance Council competition, dance sport competition.
Yeah.
Why I say bigger is that we have persons from the Caribbean coming in to compete in Trinidad. That's going to be held at on the 25th. We have participants from Tobago, Trinidad. They expect contingents from Belgium. They expect persons out of Guyana, Jamaica, and also there's going to be a Caribbean thing. So this used to happen a couple years ago, but we are starting back this event. So PADAC is the local organizing committee for the event in Trinidad on the 25th.
Yes.
The intention basically is that we want to carry the dance competition throughout the Caribbean. So what will happen that it's going to be in Trinidad on that day, and then it's going to move throughout the Caribbean islands as time goes by.
Wow.
So Barbados have a chance to host it. Jamaica, Grenada, Antigua as we move along Caribbean.
Wow.
There's a good chance for dancers in the different Caribbean countries to network with their colleagues throughout the Caribbean.
Yes, it really is. And you mentioned the competitions. Is it that once you are a part of a dance school, you can compete in these competitions? Or if there's like a freelancer who, you know, just really enjoy the art of dancing, can they be a part of the competition also?
Yeah, it's open to everybody.
Okay.
Open to everybody. We target the dance schools, but it's open to everybody. Before we advertise, anybody could, once you think that you could compete, you would enter the competition, both in Tobago or the one in Trinidad.
Thank you so much, Mr. Charles, for being here this morning. But just to reiterate on the workshops that is happening on the 25th, just to give some information again on it.
Okay, that's going to be held at the Arima Tennis Court. It's going to be the 25th of July, starting from 4 p.m. Like I said, the various dances is going to be there.
Yeah.
We'll have dances in cha-cha-cha, sequence dancing, waltz, jive, and even some folk dance. So come out and enjoy yourself. It's free from 4 to 9. And after that, members who stay back have a chance to socialize and dance. So there'll be a social dancing after the workshop.
Nice.
So come out and enjoy yourself. That is our contribution for Dance Month for 2026.
Wow. Nice. That is really lovely, Mr. Charles. Thank you so much for joining us this morning to shed some light on what we have happening, especially where dance is concerned. It is like a major thing, and I love the initiatives that you'll have moving forward. Hopefully we can follow up and, keep us updated on how these things are planning out to go. And even when we get closer to maybe revisit it and just have more conversations on it.
Yeah, we do look forward to that, and thank you for having us.
Yeah, not a problem. We are about to take a short break, but when we come back, we do have more engaging conversations, so don't go far.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
Pastor J, I want to get a tattoo.
You really
respond to me. Respond to me how you would respond to me.
The first question I'll ask is why?
Controversial taboo topics.
We get so consumed by church, we forget that we have to live the life of being a Christian outside of the Sunday.
Like you say,
services.
we think going to a service makes us a Christian.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. So here we are about to hear the second time Pastor J wanted to take a tattoo.
Would have been late last year and early this year.
Oh gosh.
Hope Unfiltered podcast with Pastor J and Ren.
Knowing how to tell authentic is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Find it, match it, search it. Step 1. Find the style number on the tag. Step 2. Match the style number inside the jersey with the number on the tag. Step 3. Search it. A quick Google search of the style number will verify the jersey is authentic when the search results match the jersey being searched. Don't be fooled by counterfeit jerseys. Before you buy, remember to find it, match it, search it.
FanZone, 2 locations nationwide. Center City Mall, Chaguanas and Movietown, Port of Spain. Nationwide delivery available.
Breast cancer is the most prevalent cancer among women in Trinidad and Tobago, with an incidence rate of 37 per 100,000 population.
Definitely, I can say from when I first started, just focus on breast cancer about 3 years ago, it's definitely you can see a steep incline and rise.
Yeah.
And I'm generally, I don't have data to quote it, but I think I would like to say that there are more younger patients being diagnosed with breast cancer.
Yeah.
And those are patients under the age of 40. I'm thinking your practice as well, I'm sure that you see and diagnose a lot more patients at a younger age.
Absolutely.
Are you driven, ambitious, and ready to earn? WESN, the content capital, is expanding, and we're looking for dynamic media sales executives to join our team. Sell powerful advertising solutions across television, digital, and social media platforms, and help brands tell their story. If you have strong communication skills, a passion for sales, and the drive to succeed, join WESN today. Send your CV to marketing@wsncc.com or WhatsApp 68-61662 and start building your future.
Hi, I am Emiliana Beechan, and I am a mental health and conflict resolution consultant. Welcome to Mind Matters, the show where we explore the intricate world of mental health and the art of conflict resolution. Join us as we hear from mental health professionals, conflict resolution experts, and everyday people who have transformed their lives through understanding and communication. Mind Matters, WESN Content Capital.
The home of Caribbean content is growing, and we welcome you to be a part of the #1 platform for young personalities who are driven to make a positive impact in society. As we continue to reach every corner of Trinidad and Tobago through our daily broadcasts, our social media pages, or through our 75+ digital billboards across the nation, contact us to learn about our competitive rates via marketing at wesncc.com or call us at 628-5835. WESN Content Capital, television with a difference.
Welcome back. Now we go into our entertainment buzz segments. A Woodbrook Secondary School teacher is stepping beyond the classroom and into the spotlight, pursuing a growing passion for acting. After just over a year in the industry, he's already taken on the stage and film roles, with his latest appearance in the local production, A Deal with Darkness. Let's find out how Bashiruddin Hussain journeys in this industry has been so far. Good morning, Mr. Hussain.
Hi, good morning. Well, so far it's been a beautiful one. As a matter of fact, it's lovely to interact with the members of staff, and the groups in terms of their level of characteristics, in terms of what they bring forward in the realm of theater. So I must say it's been very beautiful thus far.
Yeah, and now you're a teacher by profession. So how did you discover, that passion for acting, and what inspired you to take the first step into the industry?
Well, that's a story by itself, all right? But to be honest, I always like the theatrical aspect in terms of movies, and I thought it was something to invest into, because sometimes I catch myself watching a movie maybe every day, all right? And my sister was the one who actually pushed me forward to do a particular course through DNA Productions in 2024, which I was oblivious to. So happened that I eventually, I joined the course, I completed it, it was successful, and from there is like the level of which I was actually able to interact with other groups as well. And every single person, one thing led into another. Where after DNA Production, I was able to do another play through Irish Theatre Productions. From Irish Theatre Production, it went on to ILM Academy. And from there, it eventually brought me to Island Productions. Yeah, for Deal of Darkness.
Wow. Now, you've only been acting for a year and a half, so what has that journey been like? Talk us through, the steps from actually starting off and then, to up to this point.
Yeah. Okay, so far, in terms of the acting aspect of it, I realized it was so complex. I did not realize that there was so much nitty-gritty involved in it, to the point where, simple as being on stage, there is so much to do, even if you don't have to say a single word. And to me, I find that was very interesting, because you have to maintain that character. The journey has been a beautiful one, to the point where I was able to learn from others, right, in terms of how they were able to interact with others, in terms of how they were able to portray a specific role. And you have to encapsulate that now into your own being, into your own character, all right? And so far, that has been quite inspiring.
Now, you've worked on both stage and film. So how do these experiences, what is the comparison between them?
Stage production really have to project. You have to be a bit louder. Yeah. All right. In terms of film, you essentially have mics and whatnot, so you don't have to project as much. But at the same time, your intensity has to still be intact, whether it be facial expression, not necessarily loud, but at the same time, you have to maintain that character as well. All right, so it depends basically upon the amplitude in terms of the balance of the characters per se. On stage, you have to be a bit more dynamic in terms of movement, because you have an audience looking at you. Whereas in a film, you essentially have to maintain that intensity, facial expression. you're perhaps a low growl. It depends on what character it is, you know. And yeah, it's nice. It's beautiful.
Now, how did the opportunity with, or at least to be a part of A Deal with Darkness come about, and what is this play about, and what role are you?
Okay, well, what happened is that I did a play through the ILM Academy, and there was a director named Geneva, and she was the one who recommended me to ILM Productions with Deal of Darkness through Mr. Paul Bancilal. And so far, my character were basically Jean-Paul, a French character, as well as Christopher, which was a British character. And well, essentially both characters were had that romantic touch to it, but the theme of Deal of Darkness was based upon folklore. And our local folklore is very rich, and there is so much to exploit. And I realized that when I heard that and I read the script, I was like, wow, this is something new. You know, I love those kind of thriller films, right? So I kind of gravitated towards that. And in terms of how it merged, you realize that there was a comparison, dark versus light. There was no dominion over one over the other. It was always a comparison, dark versus light, love versus revenge and stuff like that. The theme was quite unique. And I thought that to be something so symbolic, where you would be able to portray something so different, right? Compared to any other film, any other theater production in the past. It was very, very unique.
Now, how did you prepare for the role?
Well, as Tom Cruise indicated, it's always good to look at a movie every day. So every so often I would like maybe look at something, maybe a clip on YouTube to see how you can get the accents in. For example, the French accent, I had to be a little more heavier in terms of the tone and a bit more stoic. Whereas in the British accent, it was a bit more a higher tone. And you had to try to pronounce every single word, and it was good. It was good. It was good.
Now, you know, as you mentioned the British and the French, if you're okay with it, would you like to give us like a little taste of, you know, the accents that you worked hard to put together?
In the play, Jean-Paul was, a specific line was like, "Then let them talk. They are always superstitious, always trying to blame some innocent soul for the misfortune of the village." That was one line.
Wow.
And then the next scene, Christopher would have been, "It's really safe, I assure you. It's beautiful. It's a lovely, lovely environment." So it's two different. So you try to kind of distinguish both characters from each other. So I think the voice has a lot to do with it, together with the little intonations here and there, and the pronunciation of the words. So it's a little challenge there.
No, because that was my next question. What are some of the challenges that arise with this role and, you know, bringing this character to life? What were some of the challenges you encountered with it? And how did you surpass it?
Honestly speaking, I had to reread the script multiple times because I always think sometimes we might potentially slip and miss something. And I was trying to distinguish both characters. One was very much mature, and the other one was very much, I should say, somewhat childish, right? The mature one, who was Jean-Paul, the French character, whereas the other character, Christopher, was a bit more, you know, childish, carefree, you know. And I just essentially had to look at movies, read the script over and over, try to be immersed in the character, and it was through practice as well. So I think, to me, that was a bit of a challenge, but a rewarding one. You know.
And how would you say your experience, or what was it like working with the cast and, you know, the director on this production?
It was exceptionally good. I have to admit, Mr. Paul Bancilal has been very instrumental in terms of guiding people along, allowing that level of flexibility in terms of how you capture that character, how you capture the audience in that regard, and he will guide you here and there. The cast members, I must say, very, very fun group. Very, very fun group. As a matter of fact, in the last day of the play, everybody was like, "I'm going to actually miss this play." You know? So it was, I like the level of camaraderie amongst everyone. You know? So I think that was a very good one. It was really nice.
Oh, I love how, you know, you're even expressing it, and you can see the passion on your face, and it's just you're thinking back on the moments of it. It definitely looked like one. And so how would you describe the local film industry from let's say, local plays to actually being on bigger things? So like local plays compared to local films. How would you compare the industry in general? Yeah.
I think honestly speaking, well, in terms of a commonality, I would say there is so much potential for growth.
Yeah.
The local plays is a bit more theatrical to the point where you have to be a bit more significant in terms of your characteristic, in terms of your behavior, in terms of how you portray the role. In terms of film, you have that relaxed state where there is no audience, right? So you don't have that nervousness. There's a little bit of jitters here and there sometimes on stage, but you don't really have that jitters on a film.
Yeah.
All right, but at the same time, it is still a portrayal of a specific character. So I think, personally speaking, both of them is aligning around. It aligns to the same direction, but there's a difference when it comes to how you portray the roles, and there's a lot of room for expansion in this local theater as well as film production.
Definitely. Yeah. Now, you mentioned you were part of the DNA Acting Academy. Now, would you say when you were training with them, it would have equipped you with the skills to take the next step into doing?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there was a progressive level of development. To be honest, DNA was able to open up my mind and even my mindset in terms of how you portray a specific role, how you carry about certain little subtleties.
Yeah.
So many subtleties at bay. And from DNA, even Irish theater, all right, there was so much that I was able to learn there as well in terms of how you carry about yourself as the character itself, in terms of how you make some micro twitches that have an impactful effect upon the audience as well as even upon the viewership. And even as a matter of fact, for Deal of Darkness, like I said, there's always room for improvement.
Yes.
And I was able to see that, I was able to take it a notch ahead in terms of vocals, in terms of the accents and stuff like that. So there's always room for improvement with every single production you embark upon.
Definitely.
Right? Yeah.
Right. You wanted to add more on what you were saying just now?
As a matter of fact, Mr. Bansila was indicating that most likely in October, they plan to carry on the play once again.
Yeah.
We're not too sure. I think most likely it will be in Bmobile, hopefully. All right, so stay tuned. All right, because this will be a beautiful one again.
Yeah, definitely. Because it was definitely tying into my other question. You know, what's next for you? What do you see yourself doing next in terms of, yes, you know, still teaching, but also still going into this, you know, continuing your journey along with acting and being a part of this industry?
Well, I think looking at the entire realm of things, you realize that there is also, apart from acting on film, apart from acting on stage, you realize that even voice acting might be something that might potentially be of interest to me.
No, yes, definitely. I could see it.
Yeah. So I guess the journey now starts, perhaps. Let's see where it goes, you know?
Yeah. Now, for your students looking on, or just students in general, what are some words of encouragement you'd give to them to be able to be in a profession but still pursue something else and actually make it work and advance in it?
Okay. So what I usually tell my students, I tell them, I say, you all are the architects of your life.
Yeah.
And there is always room for improvement. As a matter of fact, you can become whatever you want to be, providing that you put the effort in. And they were able, as a matter of fact, some of the students say, so where do you get that time? I say, no, you have to make time. Because time is a factor, it's a continuous factor.
It is.
You have to fixate yourself on your goals and try your level best to achieve it. And for some reason, it is amazing to see that they were able to hold on to that mindset. Some of them were able to even embark upon plays, all right? Napa, for example, Queen's Hall, and it's amazing to see them grow. And they come back, and it's like, sir, I did this and I did that, and to me, that's a beautiful feeling.
Yeah.
To see them, you know, move up in life.
Yes.
And this is someone you potentially nurture. And like every single day is like a little, students, be sure to do this, be sure to do that. And they will listen to that, and they will take that in consideration. They will fly with it because they have so much potential. And I always tell them, I say, you go. The sky is no longer a limit. You have to breach the skies and aim for the stars and go beyond that. You know?
No, I definitely love the words, and I could just imagine the relationship you have with your students. You seem like a cool teacher in the classroom, as some would say. So, they know they can come to you and have any conversation with, and they know they're getting good advice from Mr. Hussein if he's talking to them.
Yeah, for sure. I'll try my best. But I must say, Woodbrook Secondary students are lovely students. Lovely students. As a matter of fact, they have so much potential. It's amazing to see that they can utilize that towards their own development. And they, for some strange reason, in a very good way, they will encourage others. All right? So I say, encourage them in the right direction.
Yeah.
And be positive in your whole being, in your whole existence, because time is limited.
It is. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Hussein, for sharing. And, being able to bridge the gap and show us that, yes, I may have a profession, but guess what? We're still making things happen in our own space, and we make any time to actually let it happen. It's truly inspiring, which you come on and you share about. And like you mentioned, something is coming up in October, so hopefully we can get you back, to share more about the play and, let the viewers know what to expect around that time. Guys, we are about to take a short break, but when we come back, we do have more engaging conversations, so don't go far.
All right.
Thank you.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
Knowing how to tell authentic is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Find it, match it, search it. Step 1. Find the style number on the tag. Step 2. Match the style number inside the jersey with the number on the tag. Step 3. Search it. A quick Google search of the style number will verify the jersey is authentic when the search results match the jersey being searched. Don't be fooled by counterfeit jerseys. Before you buy, remember to find it, match it, search it.
Fan Zone, 2 locations nationwide. Center City Mall, Chaguanas and Movietown, Port of Spain. Nationwide delivery available.
Take some time for yourself or spend some time with the family at Sandy Point Village Hotel. Enjoy our various studio and suite apartments, self-contained with their own kitchenettes and Wi-Fi. We also have our famous 100-foot swimming pool and our beachfront restaurant, The Steak and Lobster Grill. And our location in Crown Point puts us near the center of activity from the nylon pool to the local nightlife. Call us and make your reservations at 639-8533, 389-2378 or email us at sandypointvillagehotel@gmail.com.
Are you driven, ambitious, and ready to earn? WESN, the content capital, is expanding, and we're looking for dynamic media sales executives to join our team. Sell powerful advertising solutions across television, digital, and social media platforms, and help brands tell their story. If you have strong communication skills, a passion for sales, and the drive to succeed, join WESN today. Send your CV to marketing@wsncc.com or WhatsApp 68-61662 and start building your future.
Pastor, I want to get a tattoo.
You really want
Respond to me. Respond to me how you would respond to me.
The first question I would ask is why?
Controversial taboo topics.
We get so consumed by church, we forget that we have to live the life of being a Christian. outside of the Sunday.
Like you say,
services.
we think going to a service makes us a Christian.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. So here we are about to hear the second time Pastor J wanted to take a tattoo.
Would have been late last year and early this year.
Oh gosh.
Hope Unfiltered podcast with Pastor J and Ren.
Hi, I am Emiliana Beechan and I am a mental health and conflict resolution consultant. Welcome to Mind Matters, the show where we explore the intricate world of mental health and the art of conflict resolution. Join us as we hear from mental health professionals, conflict resolution experts, and everyday people who have transformed their lives through understanding and communication. Mind Matters, WESN Content Capital.
Breast cancer is the most prevalent cancer among women in Trinidad and Tobago, with an incidence rate of 37 per 100,000 population.
Definitely, I can say from when I first started, just focus on breast cancer about 3 years ago, is definitely you can see a steep incline and rise.
Yep.
And I'm generally, I don't have data to quote it, but I think I would like to say that there are more younger patients being diagnosed with breast cancer.
Yeah.
And those are patients under the age of 40. I'm thinking your practice as well, I'm sure that you see and diagnose a lot more patients at a younger age.
Absolutely.
This is 10 Questions. I'm Andy Johnson. The distance from where we should be in the world in going forward on our commitments with climate change.
The effects of climate change that cannot be accounted for, it's called loss and damage, and we're seeing loss and damage happening so much more in this decade and the previous decade.
The principal term there was this question of the correspondent banking issues.
That is why we're trying to build capacity with this country here, Trinidad and Tobago, and other countries in the region. Man is not showing any signs of stopping or even slowing down. More than half of the forest in Trinidad is already gone.
All the plants and all the animals and all of the nice clean water and fresh air and everything had to be on this planet for humanity to have a chance.
We have small change when it comes to countries that can take decisions, and when they speak, the world listens.
The General Assembly is a very democratic forum. And Trinidad and Tobago has the same vote as Canada, in spite of the obvious difference in size.
Coming to the stage this weekend is Two Fat Fellas, a comedy theater experience that blends humor and moments that feel all too real. Let's dive into this weekend plans segment to find out more. Hosted by CPR Productions and taking place at the Central Bank Auditorium on April 25th and 26th, the play is written and directed by Penelope Spencer. This morning, Ms. Spencer joins us to talk about the story behind the production and what audiences can expect from this humorous stage experience. Good morning, Ms. Spencer.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Takia?
Yes.
Right, Takia. Morning, Takia.
Now, the first thing...
You can call me Auntie Penny or Penny.
Auntie Penny, I
Ms.
love
Spencer.
the name already.
Yeah. Ms. Spencer, too formal.
It's too formal.
Yeah.
No, I get it. Now, Auntie Penny, the first thing that stands out in this play is the title,
Yes.
Two Fat Fellas. Now, what's the story behind it?
Oh, well, you see, this was one of the first plays I ever wrote. I wrote this play maybe about 20-something years ago. And, we were, Trevor Jadonat and myself, we were just Lyman and Cecilia, and we say we want to do a play with these two guys that we know are fat fellas, we always joke, And we said, okay, all right, we name it Two Fat Fellas. And that's how it came about, and it wasn't offensive, it wasn't being nasty or anything like that, it was cool. Because that's how we in Trinidad are, that's what we do. Hey, fat man, how you going, So, yeah.
Now, the two fat fellas play, you know, it blends comedy, but it also blends it with something deeper, relatable moments.
Yes.
So what inspired this balance in storytelling?
Because as a producer, I like to always give a message, you know, send a message. It's important to do some educating while we entertaining, you know, and I learned this especially from doing Mary Could Dance, which was a play about women from the streets, you know, and also a play I did called Jean and Dinah. These plays were always entertaining, but they were so, you know, historical. You learned so much. So I don't know, I think I came from that that group of people that, you know, always try to make our audiences be educated and think. It's important for people to think, also laugh, because I'm a fool from since school, you know, so I know about laughing. So when I jelly too is important, you know, so that's the way I go when I do mix that comedy and that, you know, that drama. And people, there's a niche, you know, there's a market for it, you know, and I have wonderful people supporting my dreams, you know. CPR is myself, Cecilia Salazar, Rodel Cumberbatch, Sharon Cumberbatch. So we have a group of people that, you know, want to do meaningful work, you know, so.
Some names there.
Yeah. That's CPR.
Now, what message or feeling you hope the audience can take away after watching the play?
Well, I want the audience, after watching the play, first of all, to laugh, going outside laughing. Oh, God, you see that, you see that, you hear that. But they're also supposed to say, I had to change my attitude, the way I talk to people. Overweight people, we challenge people, you know. I want people to, because we have different perspectives in this way. We have the way the woman who is overweight feels as well, because Rachel Bascom is a wonderful actress and she has some weight challenges, you know, and she said that took on this part and it was like written for me. So, you know, so we get that, her perspective as a woman, and I want them to be able to identify with some of the people. A lot of people are in denial sometimes, you know, and because this play carries you from the gym, what you could do to help yourself, how other people see you, you know, how some people are insensitive, you know, so people will see themselves in one of the characters, because it's not about these two fat fellas alone. There's a mad gym instructor. He's a deportee, and there is a whimsical receptionist and a cleaner who is giving chats. And then we have a drunk woman. She is looking for love. Everybody looking for love, you know. And we have a barkeeper is wonderful, Marcus Nisha. We have a wonderful cast and his other characters. So it's fun, you know. It's fun. But all that education roped up in a fun time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now, being both writer and director, what is the approach in terms of bringing your script to life on stage?
Bringing my script to life is always a heart-wrenching experience until that first night when the audience either applauds or either applaud like this.
Right.
You know, you never know what you get. So it's writing the material. First of all, I always like to do my research. You know, I want to get as factual as I can. So I always do my research and I write, and then we have readings, you know, with suggested cast, and then sometimes, well, this time the cast, we had to, you know, give them some add-ons because, you know, getting the right person to act is important. And not because somebody is big and going to put them on stage, because, you know, the story must be told properly. So casting is important. And then, you know, the rehearsal process, because even though I wrote and I direct, the cast is an awesome thing, you know. It's the people, the other actors, they throw in the little thing, you know, they make suggestions, they contribute. So that's important for me, for the whole process. And then on opening night, we all there, our fingers crossed, because we laughed during the production, you know, but then after a while, we're not laughing anymore. And then we wonder, I wonder if they laugh, you know, I wonder if the audience will enjoy it. So that's the kind of process I go through, and it's kind of, nervous. You get nervous energy a lot that opening night. And then, everybody loved the play. Everybody loved the play. Everybody loved the play. They laughed, they laughed, they laughed, they laughed, they laughed. And I felt at ease. Yes. The actors felt at ease. They tried different things and it worked. And people laughed and they also got the message. Wow. So that's important in this production. Yeah.
Now, with you painting that picture for us so lovely, were there any challenges that came about in translating the script to it becoming that live performance?
Not necessarily. What you see, because I wrote it 20 years ago, the challenge was updating it. Because what happened 20 years ago it's changed, a lot of change. So that was the challenge, but it was easy for me because, I'm always on top of things and what's going on. But the message was always there, so it was not necessarily a challenge. So the message was always there in the script, and I wanted to keep that part of the script. The challenge is getting corporate to sponsor, girl. That's it. That's the challenge. Getting government to jump in and say, yeah, we're going to help you. We're going to facilitate this, but because theater is a really expensive production, is a process. The process is really costly. So that's the challenge, really, But script to stage was easy. Yeah. And you work with actors, Kevin Brooks, who's an excellent actor. He's good. And you get Zachary Sousa, who's a newish actor to this thing. He was wonderful. And then you have Rachel Baskin, and of course Cecilia Salazar, and then we have Rodel, Rudy. So when you have that girl, it's like, oh, Kalaloo, and you mix it. And they come out nice. Nice. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful play. Yeah, wonderful play. Yeah.
Now, how would you describe, the experience in terms of directing a stage play and it being different from film or regular television?
Well, you see, I have never really directed a film or a television play. I've done theater mostly. But what I see, theater is in your face. It's real, it's right there. Right. When you're doing film, and I've noticed from other directors, it's really about the lights, the set, the weather, the camera angle. You as an actor, you have to get your thing together because, because everything else had to be perfect. So you have to step in line to that. And that's how film is, I think, more so than theater. Theater is film, you maybe go on a set maybe 2 days and rehearse, there's no process. Well, there are exceptions to the rule. But it's a team effort when you do a play, because you're all there all the time together. When you do a film, it's one person, maybe you and another actor, you might see, and then after you see the play, a whole set of people, where they were, Right. Theater connects you more. It's much more empowering. I don't know, relate. You feel that communication between the actor and the audience. Yes. It's much more intense, than film. I think you don't have that screen in front of you as an audience member. Yeah. Theater is right there in your face. Yeah.
Now, how important would you say local theater is in telling stories that resonate within the communities?
It is, because we need stories to be told. Yeah. And that's why this play is wonderful for a community. It speaks to the overweight people and persons over there, like myself. I am putting myself out of that. What challenges it speaks to that, and how we try some remedies, how we could remedy these situations. So it is important as a producer, a writer myself, to make that connection with the community. Yeah, definitely. We have to be able to support each other. And this way, like we're going to CLR on the 9th of May, and we have a little little easier packet that people, some inexpensive ticket prices. So if they go on social media, you could check them out. On the 9th of May, we'll be in CLR, and so we always try to make it a little easy for community to come. Yes. A lot of people think that theater is not their reach and not in their reach. But theater is everybody. You don't have to dress up and come on a jeans and a jersey. Smell clean. Smelling good is important. Yes. And you come down to the theater and you sit down and taking some nice, relatable issues.
Yeah.
You know, so it's important that community get involved.
Definitely. Now, give us some more information on what's happening on the 25th and the 26th, this weekend that's happening here.
Yes, this weekend we are in Central Bank. It is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. I love Central Bank. You know, Central Bank and theater is very close. So Central Bank, we are there Saturday the 25th, we are at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday we're there at 6:30 p.m. We have secured parking. We're getting some security for parking, so you don't have to worry about that. We have the show's is about 2 hours, 2 and 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You know, so you could get back home in a timely fashion.
Yes.
You know, so yes, that's it about Saturday and Sunday this week. Weekend at Central Bank. It has something to do. Bring your girlfriend and come. Yes. Or your boyfriend. You know. You do it. What just comes. I promise you're going to be entertained. It's very entertaining. Yes.
Now, is there a ticket process? How do persons get tickets to attend?
Okay, our box office is open. Oh, thank you. Our box office, Sharon, is looking nice. Well, I'm there. No, our box office is open from 12 o'clock today. You go down to Central Bank, you can get tickets right there. You know, we have special reserve where you can reserve your seat, and we have general tickets. We also have outlets like Beachology on Mokorapo Road. We have Doman Shoe Store in Long Circular Mall, in the mall, buy your tickets, Doman's. We have K Squared stores. K Squared has been very phenomenal. They're wonderful. We have K Squared in East Gates and West Mall. We have tickets all about, you know, and Island E tickets, of course. You know, so you don't want to get out of your house, you know, you could go on Island E tickets and you can purchase your tickets. Yeah.
Lovely. Now, what is next after the plays? What do you guys have planning? What can we expect?
We have so much. We have so much. We have so much. We are working right now on a Rudy production, you know, Rudy in concert, sort of. You know, we're working on that. We're working on another play called, I don't want to give out the name yet. You know, we have things coming on. We have things coming till next year, till the following year. You know, look for CPR, join our page on Facebook, and you will be in tune with what is going on with Rudy and Penelope and Cecilia, you know, and CPR Productions.
Yeah. Now, the way you talk about it, you express so much passion towards it. Was the passion always there? And how did this story start with you knowing, you know, this is what you were called to do? Because you do it so wonderful.
Well, I was, when I was young, I remember, that was a long time ago. I was younger, and I remember someone asked me what I wanted to be, and I said I wanted to be, I didn't even know the word. I wanted to be a child doctor. I thought I would be able to take care of children, because I love children even as a child. And after as a pediatrician, I said, but I was always talkative in class, you know, and my teachers, my English teacher sent me to the drama club, and I auditioned for a part. I didn't get the part, and then I'm very determined, and I went back into the next year, and I went to an audition. I got a really good supporting role in a play called Bamboo Clump. So I loved acting, but then I loved dancing. I was a dancer at first. Dancing is my passion. Dancing is my first love. And when I get to do a play with dancing and acting, oh gosh, it's heaven, heaven. But I used to dance and kick down my mother's ceramic and stuff, and she sent me to Arawak's dance company under Terrence Mohammed. And I was dancing, and then Terrence Mohammed said they need a musical. They're doing a musical in town. They need dancers. So I gone up with, he sent us with her, and we sent an Errol Sital, said, you know what, I don't want to see the dancers dance. I want to hear them act. I want to see the singers dance. I want, you know. So I read, and I got a really good part. And that was Moon Over Rainbow Shawl. And I got a really good part, and I was like, oh my God, yeah, maybe acting is for me. Because dancing wasn't paying the bills. You know, it wasn't as forthcoming with finances as I would have liked it. So that's how I started. And I always remember I went to a workshop with Ifibo Wilkinson, who I love dearly. And if people said, who want to be actors? And I put up my hand. Who want to be directors? I put up my hand. Who want to be casting? I put up my hand for everything. And he said, relax, Penny, relax. But now that's what I do. I do almost everything. I teach at Newton Girls, I teach at Necessary Arts. We have a cycle coming up, right? Look out for Necessary Arts. That's my baby, you know, I do it all, you know, and I bless God is such a wonderful man. He has blessed me with talent, and I thank him every morning, you know, for the strength and the guidance and the clarity that it needs to be in this business, because you could get really dejected, you know. But yeah, I always loved it. I love the arts. I don't necessarily want it to be on the spotlight all the time, because I'm very shy. It wouldn't look so. It don't look so right. No, I always stay in the background. I get buffed for that all the time. But I do what I have to do, and this is important because 2 fat fellas in Central Bank this weekend and next on the 9th in CLR is important for people to know, so I had to come out this morning. You know? I do. Girl got to do what a girl got to do. Yes, indeed. You know, because I mean, I struggled a lot as a young person in this business. I used to make Peloria and fudge to sell in San Fernando General Hospital just to get money to go down to come down to town for my rehearsals. It has always been, not always, there were good times, I've been blessed, but it's been a struggle. You know, and right now the struggle is in getting corporate to look in and look at theater, you know. Yes. You know, that's the struggle mostly, and spaces, because spaces, I remember we used to beg for space, theater want a space, and then they gave us Napa, and then Napa is over $20,000 to rent, you know, and a small theater is like over $10,000, and it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And so there's a struggle too. There's always a struggle, but you adapt, you make it do, and that's what I'm about, helping, pushing this art form, because not everybody going to be a soca singer or a panist. You know, we have a lot of talent in this country that I really want the government to invest in some more. Yes. You know, our young people, you know, we have no fights in school because police in the school, that's ridiculous. Put me in a school, a secondary school, or put some, you know, other thespians out there that I know, you know, put those singers in a school. And I'm sure the crime and all of that will go down as well. Yeah. But they never give the arts a chance, a good chance, a real chance. And yeah, that's one of my messages I push.
No, well, I love how you started there in terms of having these conversations is important. Knowing, you know, that if we highlight the arts more and push it as well, be able to cultivate what we have, because it is our culture, it is our traditions, you know, to have these art forms and to pour into it. So it's important that we have persons like yourself coming on to have the conversation and to push theater. I really, really commend you on it. It truly is inspiring. Now, what message would you leave with young people who may have been in a similar situation that you would have been, or currently is in that situation? What advice would you leave with them this morning?
I would tell young people, try everything. Within your morals, of course. Yes. Try everything. I mean, in this business, when I got here, I mean, I told you I couldn't get passage to come down because I had a son, Steve Spencer, I had my son, and I only had $10 to get to Port of Spain. And I found ways to make it happen. Right. I used to mob drop on the highway, but don't do that. You know, but that wasn't safe anymore, so I had to find ways, so I sold. You know, there's always a way to get what you want, but do it because you want to do it. Don't halfway do it. Yeah. I always tell young people, if you do anything halfway, please expect halfway results. Right. You know, because this business is about commitment. This theater business is about commitment, and a lot of young people don't understand that. You know, but I also want to tell the young people that there are all kinds of different avenues in this business. Yeah. You know, there's directing, there's writing, there's stage hands, there's stage manager. We have usher. I used to usher. I used to do people here backstage. You know, sometimes you went to the audition and you didn't get the part because you never always get in the part. You know, so you ask the director or the producer, I could help you in the front, or because you want to be around, you know. And that kind of enthusiasm is necessary in this business. You know, so I would tell young people, go to workshops. Yeah. Go to theater, go to different plays, find out what genre of theater that you're most interested in and latch onto it. Demand the things of your parishes or your areas, your Best Village group. Go on. I was in Best Village for years. I think Best Village was my teacher. You know, I don't know what it is mostly like nowadays, but those times when I used to go in those days, it was fabulous. It was such a a university, you know, best village. So do things. Don't just sit down and wait for things to happen to you. It won't. God help those who help themselves. And this is one of my messages too. So you got to help yourself. You got to push yourself. You got to push yourself if you really want it. And that is what I would try to communicate to my young people. Do it full out. Don't do it halfway. Do it. Yes.
Now, if there's someone who's still not convinced to, you know, want to have a splendid time for this weekend, you know, with the two fat fellas play, whether they come on the Saturday or they come on the Sunday, what message would you give to that person?
If you want to have a good time and laugh your belly full, come to this play. If you want to forget your worries, forget your dramas that are going on in your life for a second, come to Two Fat Fellas. If you feel you have a little quarrel with your wife and you want to kind of bring her in the fold, bring her and come to Two Fat Fellas. Guaranteed you will leave feeling fulfilled. You will feeling, you know, feeling better about yourself. You'll be feeling good. It's a wonderful journey with these two guys that they take us on. So yeah, I would tell them this.
Thank you so much, Auntie Penny, for coming on and being a part of this morning's conversation to shed some light on what we Trinis and even Tobagonians, if you're in Trinidad, you know, can enjoy for this weekend. And it truly is, like I said, it's commendable, it's inspiring to know that you're in this industry and you're pushing it, because it's not always easy based on what we've been hearing so far. You know, we have to be pushing the local theater, we have to be making sure that there are avenues where talents can be portrayed. So it really, really is so splendid that you're here this morning to
Thank
share
you. And this
about
because
it.
I want to push it. Who want to get up 7 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning? But I need to do this. This is necessary.
Yes, it is.
You know, so you do everything full out. You don't do it halfway.
Yes.
Yes.
I like that. You do everything full out. You
yes.
don't do it halfway.
Yes.
And as we close with this morning's show, it's just a reminder that when you think you don't have nothing to do, it still have a lot to do. And again, this weekend is packed. You have so many things that you can venture into. Just go take in the play. Two Fat Fellas. You don't want to miss it. You're going to have a splendid time. You're going to laugh, but you're also going to get a serious message behind it. So make sure and take advantage of these moments. And like I always say, stay informed, stay safe, stay positive. Up next, we do have Shawn Michael Small at 8 with Talking Points. And guys, have a great, fantastic Friday. Remember, don't do things half-heartedly. Do it full all the way. And I'll see you back here next week. Bye.
WESN.
Bill and Ruth fell in love with the Benjamin Moore color Dry Sage, but they tried to match it using another brand's paint.
I mean, it's close enough.
Almost identical, really. Yeah, there it is.
Never trust another paint to be a Benjamin Moore color.
The home of Caribbean content is growing, and we welcome you to be a part of the #1 platform for young personalities who are driven to make a positive impact in society. As we continue to reach